3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
We're back, my friends, for another day of podcasting glory. Puff and Steph with you. Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai. Right on the price, right on the pike. We are doing our thing from American Shaman to PA Studios. Take part in the Bottles for Botanicals program at American Shaman to PA stores. Recycle your empty plastic product containers in store and receive 150 extra rewards points. Steph, how are you on this fantastic day?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
How about you?
Doing okay. Hanging in there. Last episode, we talked about my dog Cash and what happened with him and everything. Things got kind of emotional. But yeah, it's definitely weird. You know, like around the house, I find myself kind of habitually looking, because we used to have his bed like at the side of the fireplace, like in an indent in the wall. So I find myself kind of looking around that corner just habitually because he used to be there all the time. So that sucks. Like, that's not fun.
I know.
Because you get sad every time that happens. And you're like, oh, and you like curse yourself. You're like, come on, man. Like, you know what's going on. Like, but it's you. And he was only with us for like 8 months. So it's not like it's been years and years and years of me looking around that corner. But you just kind of do things without thinking about him. And then it like knocks you back into reality, and you're like, oh my God. And then you start thinking about everything that happened, and you're just like, why can't I just like move? You know, like because so far in that house now, you know, we've lost 2 dogs. We lost Ronnie and we lost Cash. And you're like, I think about Ronnie still all the time. So now it's like, I have another dog to think about that I lost. And then Moogie is like, he's still looking for Cash. You can tell. But it's like little things like the fact that there's only like 2 bowls out now. You know, Moogie's food and Moogie's water. Mm-hmm. When there used to be three bowls, which was Moogie's food, Cash's food, and then a big bowl for the water for the 2 of them to split. So like that stuff kind of like gets at you, you know. But other than that, you know, I'm doing okay. It's not the easiest last few days, but I'm so busy right now that that's actually helping.
It does help to stay busy.
Yeah, like I have a ton of video projects that I've been working on. I got a new job that, you know, I'm trying to be the best I can be at that. And obviously doing stuff with the show and everything. And I'm meeting with brides for hopefully 2021 weddings. Cross your fingers.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So like I'm the day that Cash passed, I actually had a meeting that night with a bride. So like I kind of need stuff like that to kind of return to normalcy type thing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's been all right. It's been good, you know, in spite of the bad. Why'd you wait 70 years? A 70-year-old woman from Queens in New York is in court accused of trying to poison her husband by repeatedly spiking his coffee with an ant and roach killer.
Oh my gosh.
She allegedly put the insecticide in her husband's coffee on 2 or 3 occasions. According to the district attorney, she was seen on surveillance video squeezing a white powdery substance from a bottle with a red cap and yellow label that she kept under the sink. The bottle contained 100% boric acid for killing ants and roaches. She's pled not guilty. If convicted, she faces up to 4 years in prison. That's all you get for attempting to kill someone is 4 years?
That's not bad at all.
Listen, if you would have succeeded, you get a lot more. But since you're really bad at killing someone, we're going to let you back out in 4 years.
You didn't properly measure the poison, so he didn't actually die.
I have a couple of questions about this. Number 1, how long were they married? 70? I'm not saying your life is over at 70. Please don't assume that that's what I mean. But like, you're 70 years old. Let's say you kill your husband. What are you just go start clubbing?
Right. Like what's up next?
Like what's? I mean, did he have an insurance policy or something you want money for? Like what's that? Okay. Number 2, why?
What's the motive?
Yeah.
That's my
what
question.
What did he? No, I mean like, is other than like what your plans are. Like, was he a bad guy? Did he treat you bad?
Right. To want to kill him?
All right, another one. did someone set up a surveillance video? Like this, I'm assuming was in their home. So did was the father telling like their kids that he was worried about their mom trying to kill him, so they set up a video? A friend? Do they just have cameras randomly in their home?
And if so, wouldn't she have been more careful?
I don't. I do have a few questions
Big
about
questions.
this.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't take it anymore, and whether you're 30, 40, or 70, it's time for a new life, I suppose. There's a movie years ago from. Tom Hanks was in it. I forget the name of it. I want to say it was The Terminal, but I don't know if that's right. But this real life situation was basically that. A man was found living in Chicago O'Hare's International Airport for 3 months.
How's that even possible?
Well, it's a big airport, but when discovered, he said he was scared to go home due to COVID. His name is Aditya Singh. He arrived on a flight from his home city of LA in California on October 19th. He never left. He'd been staying undetected at a secure section of the airport because he found an airport employee's lost ID badge, which enabled him access to pretty much everything in the airport. Passengers had reportedly been giving him food during his prolonged stay. Finally, officials became suspicious, and he was apprehended by police. So he's afraid to go home because of COVID. So instead, he stays at a place where thousands of strangers come and go every day.
That's what I was going to say. How does that help the problem?
Your logic doesn't make sense, bro.
It's not adding up.
No. And not only that, how did he survive? By getting food from these strangers you don't know.
But you're scared of COVID.
But you're scared to go home because of COVID? I don't know what's going on in this world, but people are doing some weird things out of fear. And you watch a horror movie, and you're like, that freaking moron, why are you going up the stairs? I wouldn't do that. I would go to the car.
Right. What are you doing?
I would run away. But in reality, they're scared, and we don't know what we would do when we're scared.
I guess, but if I was scared of COVID, the last thing I would do would be spend 3 months in a very, very, very public place.
Where people are coming going from hotspots or who knows what.
Right. It's traveling from different places, and there's different people every day. It's not like you're in an office where it's the same germs every day.
Right.
But, now that I'm thinking about it, the airport's open 24/7, so it probably wasn't that hard for him to just kind of move around and blend in.
I didn't know you could live in an airport.
Never thought about it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I don't know what they even charge him with. I mean, do you charge him with trespassing or what? But I don't know.
Just kick him out. I don't feel like he needs to be charged with anything.
Do the worst punishment ever. Send him home. No, I don't want to go home. There's COVID there. You're in an airport, bro. I bet you're seeing someone with COVID or at least has been exposed to COVID about every 8 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep your mask on. Calm down. Do you remember Gwyneth Paltrow and her company Goop?
Oh, how could I forget Goop?
And she had a candle that smelled like a female body part.
Yeah,
remember that?
Unfortunately, I do, now that you mention it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to call it the hoo-ha candle. The hoo-ha candle from Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop lifestyle collection reportedly exploded into flames, causing an inferno in a woman's living room.
Oh my God. Way to go, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Judy Thompson in North London says she won. Yeah, good. I'm glad you didn't buy it. She won the product known as the candle that smells like my hoo-ha in an online quiz. All right, Judy, why are you taking that online quiz? Anyway, the candle is described as funny, gorgeous, sexy, and beautifully unexpected. Okay.
Funny? How can a candle be funny?
I don't know. Like... That was sexy, unexpected.
Right? Like, what does that even mean?
Oh my God, that candle is funny and gorgeous and sexy and unexpected. I can't get enough of the candle. Anyway, she says she was surprised after lighting it when a 20-inch flame shot out of the candle and the glass jar exploded. Pieces of the candle were flying anywhere. Jody says she and her partner eventually got it under control and threw it out the front door. Take your hoo-ha candle back, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Why did she even enter the contest?
I don't know. Well, she needed some laughter in her life.
Apparently. Need a candle that's going to make me laugh every day.
It was definitely unexpected, though. Beautifully unexpected. The flames were so beautiful from the hoo-ha candle. Okay, now that, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we got that advice column.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
The advice column is back, everyone, and all is right with the world. They sent it to me, not Steph.
Are you happy about that?
I am. I don't know why. I get a complex. It's like, why are you trying to cut out the middleman, bro?
Oh, do you feel left out?
I do.
I get it.
I do.
I get that.
I mean, you may feel left out when I get it and you don't, but I promote the fact that people should be sending me their problems.
Right. That's true. I don't really get FOMO over it.
Puff at puffandstuff.com or hit us up on the Facebook. This one went to Puff at puffandstuff.com. This is from Julie. Hey, Puff and Steph. So I've been listening to you guys give other people advice for months now, and I would really like it to be my turn. I never heard you guys on the radio, but a friend of mine turned me on to your podcast, and I can't get enough.
Aww.
Well, that's awesome. But
Thank you.
Why do you listen to us on the radio? What's your problem?
Maybe she didn't know.
What's your problem? Maybe you're the reason we got let go. Okay. Anyway, here's my issue. I think my boyfriend has a crush on my sister.
Oh. Whoa, she just came right out with it.
I've seen this movie. All right. I've been dating him for 2 years now, and we just moved in together during COVID. At the same time, my sister, who lived across the country, was laid off and moved back home. This was the first time he got to meet her and see her, other than a few pictures that I have on my Instagram from a few years ago. Pretty much the second she came home, he's been very complimentary of her and keeps asking when she's coming back over for a visit and things like that. He just seems super interested in her. He asks about her love life and past boyfriends. It's starting to make me feel uncomfortable. He's still sweet to me, says he loves me and calls me beautiful, but he just seems oddly interested in my sister. We couldn't be more different either. I'm blonde, she's brunette. She's skinny, I'm on the thick side. I went to college and have a good job while she has bounced around from job to job and city to city ever since high school. Basically, I'm wondering if I should say anything. I honestly don't expect her to stay long. She never seems to stay anywhere for more than a year or two. Should I confront him about this? And how do I go about doing that? Thanks, guys. Love your show. Julie.
Oh, this is awkward.
Okay. I've been thinking about this because I got this over the weekend. Okay. I've been thinking about this. And I don't know if you're going to agree. But hold on. Here's my thing. Julie, this is your problem. And that's how I start it. And I know that seems harsh, but I'm going to kind of digress. Like watch me, like take that, like kind of insult, and I'm going to break it down to where you understand what I mean. Okay? And she put all of the information that I need right in this. So good job, Julie. Be more like Julie, everyone, because sometimes we do these and there's unanswered questions.
True.
Okay. You've been dating for 2 years. You guys moved in during COVID. That's awesome. You flat out say that he still says I love you and you're beautiful all the time.
That's a good sign. Good sign.
Okay. The only question I have is how excited are you that your sister's back? Because if you showed excitement or interest that your sister was back, all your boyfriend is doing is being a good boyfriend. He's taking an interest in what you're excited about. He's taking an interest in your family.
Which is a big deal. That's important.
Right? Did he ever say anything about how hot your sister is? You didn't put that in here. I'm assuming you would have had he said something like that. Oh, man, why does your sister need a job? She could just be an Instagram model. You know, did he say something along those lines? If he did, you didn't put it in. You said that he was asking about her, asking when she's going to come over and hang out, and asking about her love life. Here's the thing. You put in there that she bounces around from city to city and job to job. I would have a question about her love life. Well, how does that work with guys she's dating? Does she jump from city to city because of a dude? What happens when she wants to move to another city and the guy that she's dating doesn't want to?
It's a valid question.
Right. So that could be a reason why.
Right, and he might also just be interested in getting to know her.
Yeah, and that could be when's the next time she's coming over. Maybe the one or two times she did come over, he had a really good time. Be thankful that your boyfriend gets along with your family, because if he didn't, that can cause so many problems. Julie, I thank you for jumping on the Puff and Steph bandwagon. Thank you so much for your letter and your advice column content. We appreciate you. As of what you've told me, this is all in your head. Don't worry about it. Don't confront him. If it gets weird, if he starts talking about her looks or how attractive she is or things like that, then you have a different argument. And then you be like, hey, that's kind of disrespectful to me. Right? But if he's not, then my guess is you have a bad experience or 2 or 9 with dudes and you have trust issues and you don't trust your boyfriend, and if he's never given you a reason not to, then that's on you.
I do think that if he continues to make a lot of comments and she continues to not feel great about it, she could maybe at some point not bring it up out of the blue, but if he makes another comment, like you said, if he makes some comment about her looks or even something subtle that she's not a fan of, I think she could just say, like, you really like my sister, don't ya? She could maybe try to throw it in there if he makes a weird comment.
Okay.
But I think you're right that it's a good thing they seem to get along. And
Yeah.
the fact that he shows interest, like, when's she coming over again? And asking about her past, and
Yeah.
that just shows that he's interested in getting to know her.
How dare your boyfriend try to get to know your family? How dare he take an interest in what makes you happy? How dare he, that trifling SOB. Like Julie, I'm not trying to pick on you, and like I said, I appreciate the fact you listen, and I appreciate the fact that you write in. That, that's a whole nother level of engagement, and I appreciate you so much.
We do, a lot.
So I don't want you to think that I'm picking on you. I'm going a little over the top, but the fact is, unless you left out really important information about him commenting on her looks, or you saw him checking her out, or something like that,
That's uncomfortable,
giving her the
yeah.
old once over, unless you saw that, I don't think this is a problem yet. If he takes it a step further and you honestly believe that he is attracted to or has a crush on or whatever, then you have to nip it in the bud. But right now, if you bring this stuff up to him with the evidence of he asked about her, that's not good evidence. Like, that's going to make you seem a little crazy. And I know. We're not supposed to say that because women hate being called crazy. But things like this.
Sometimes it's not a good look.
And I'm just going to assume, Julie, because you're a human being and you're a woman, and I'm assuming that some jerk guy, at least one, came along in your life and hurt you. Okay? That's not this guy. Okay?
Doesn't sound like it.
Right? It's not this guy. So you have to kind of throw your past relationships out the window. You know, like, if I let a past relationship ruin current relationships, I wouldn't be married right now. Because my relationship right before I met my wife was ridiculous. And I was lied to for years. So, you know, they're each separate people. They're each separate relationships. I'm sorry. Hopefully this helps. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think it's your problem right now.
I think she's overthinking it, probably getting in her own head about it, making things seem worse than they are.
Yeah.
Probably spending way too much time thinking about it.
So at the end of this, you said, basically, I'm wondering if I should say anything. No.
Like you said, not unless it gets worse and then you want maybe some peace of mind.
Should I confront him about this? No. How do I go about doing that? You don't. There. All your questions answered. I hope it helps.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck. We wish you all the best. Let us know if your sister and your boyfriend hook up. I've seen a lot of movies where that ends up happening.
That's great. Put that in her head.
What?
That's really nice.
I do. I've seen a lot of movies where it ends up, Look,
movies are unrealistic. Just remember that too.
Oh, and they're also like adult films. All right. Coming up is just a couple of minutes. An easy way to be happy. I think you might like this. This could be. You don't really need help being happy, but I think you might like this stuff.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Now, Steph, you've had difficulties and issues in your life, but you are one of these people that I really, really, really kind of put up on this pedestal because you find a way to be positive and happy, even in some non-positive and happy times. Not always. I mean, it's hard to do it all the time, but you're one of those people that just kind of glows with happiness a lot. Like, you're just a positive person.
Thank you.
And so I'm assuming you're going to love this idea. Who knows? You might even start doing this. According to the Book of Happiness Advantage.
Oh, I didn't know that was a book.
Christmas present for Steph. Every morning, if you want to be happier, send a friend, family member, or coworker an email to say thanks for something.
Aw, I love that. Like, starting your day feeling grateful.
There's tons of research showing that over time, this alone, one little email a day, can make you a happier person.
That's really nice. I like that.
So, like, let's say a friend. Let's say you were out with a friend a couple nights ago, and they said something that made you laugh, right? And you'd be like, "Dear random friend, I was thinking about this over the last couple days, and I just want to thank you for making me laugh the other day with your joke about this. It was awesome. I hope you have a great day. Love, Steph."
Aw,
Right?
that is nice.
They say if you do that once a day, you're going to be happier. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. There's actually a sign. I'm trying to think. I think it might be in the bathroom, and it says, "Start every day with a grateful heart." And I know that's super cliche.
What bathroom?
My bathroom at home.
Okay. You don't know where the things are in your house?
Well, it's a sign, and I think it was in the living room at one point.
Okay, listen. Little inside information here. I've been to Steph's house, and they have like little fun saying signs all over.
Oh, exactly. Well, that's why
all over their house, all over them. You like can't turn a corner in Steph's house without being like, "Live, laugh, love."
Oh my, we have that in the living room.
I know you do.
See, that's why I couldn't remember exactly which room this particular one was in.
I have only a couple things in my house with words on them, and I know everywhere they are because I have like 2.
Right, it's easy to keep track of.
Steph's house has 17.
My room is filled with them.
Start each day as if it were on purpose.
Start each day with a grateful heart. That's what it says.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's very uplifting and positive. And I know it's like cheesy, but I love that.
But like I said, you were one of the most routinely happy people. I mean, obviously things happen in life and you can't do it all the time, but you were the most routinely happy people I know. So it makes sense that your house is full of like inspirational signs. She's like 19 hanging there, cat posters around the house. It's
I got a lot of that stuff.
You can definitely tell the women outnumber the men in that household.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
100%. All right, time to stump Steph. You're gonna get mad at this. About 10% of people surveyed said they really truly hate these. Now, it's almost universally loved, this thing, but 10% of people, it's a lot, hate these.
It's not what I think it is it? Dogs.
No. Oh, no. It's not dogs, but you do. I know you love these.
Donuts.
Close.
It's food, yeah.
Yes. It's food, yeah.
Oh, another food that I love. These. Is it a breakfast food?
No.
Okay, it's not pancakes. That's where my mind goes next. Is it like a dinner food?
No.
Is it just like a snack?
Could be.
Is it lunch?
Nope.
So it's none of the above.
No.
So when do you eat it?
It could be a snack.
But it's not really like a meal.
No.
Okay.
No.
French fries.
No. It's a specific thing. So it's not like you said French fries. The correct answer would be like McDonald's French fries.
Oh, it's specific.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Oh, so it's a restaurant I like?
No.
Do you get it at a restaurant or
No.
at the grocery store?
No. Well, oh God, this is tough. Like you could possibly get it at a grocery store.
Do grocery stores sell them?
No.
So how would you get it at a grocery store?
But if you figure that out, you'll figure this out.
Oh, jeez. Is it bad for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how grocery stores are how I normally would get these. Bless you.
Thank you.
I would normally get these from a grocery store, but it's not from the grocery store. It's at the grocery store.
Are you buying it in the parking lot? Is it drugs?
It's close to the parking lot.
Really? Yeah. Something you're getting? Is it
outside the grocery store?
Something that you're buying from somebody?
Yep.
Do you have to pay for it?
Yeah.
I was thinking like those little Bibles people give out. Like outside the... Here you go.
10% of people hate little Bibles from grocery stores. No.
Something that someone's standing outside selling it.
Yep.
Girl Scout cookies!
There we go.
Yes.
See, I knew as soon as you figured out how that worked, you would get it.
Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't little Bibles, although Girl Scout cookies is also very disheartening. Like, why? What is wrong with you?
That would be one of the weirdest surveys ever. Hey, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about those little Bibles that you could potentially get outside of a grocery store? Oh, no, they're fine. They're fine. No, I'm a fan. They're fine. I hate them.
Could you imagine? 10% of people.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I don't think this is you, but it might be close. Although they hate to admit it, 15% of people say they've done this at least once. Yeah, no, I'm definitely in this 15%. I don't think you are, but I trust you to admit it if you did.
They've done it once.
At least once.
Like in their whole life?
Yes.
Ever?
Yeah.
Is it illegal?
No.
Cheating?
No.
Um.
Did you just call me a cheater on the show because I said I've done this?
Oh, no, honestly, that wasn't a factor in me saying that.
Right, that's cool.
Well, I was just thinking of something that's really bad and you're ashamed of, but yet it's not illegal.
Yep, correct.
Um.
Bad, shameful, not illegal.
Is it something you do as an adult?
You could do it as an adult. You could do it as a kid. As an adult, you wouldn't get in trouble for it. As a kid, you might get reprimanded by your parents.
Staying out past your curfew.
Do you have a curfew as an adult?
No.
Okay.
Sneaking out
No,
window.
No, you're so far off. Think about what the previous question was about.
Girl Scout cookies.
Kind of.
Eating a whole box of Girl Scout cookies in one sitting.
You're so close, but it has
Really?
nothing to do with Girl Scout cookies. But you're so close.
So you're eating something in one sitting.
Yes.
A whole sleeve of Oreos.
No.
Is it a specific kind of junk food?
Like McDonald's French fries? Like specific like that? No, it would be French fries. You know what I mean? Like, so don't get too specific.
An entire bag of chips.
Nope.
But it's bad for you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eating a whole pizza by yourself.
Oh, no. But think about what you just said. I turned off the music because I thought I was going to hit that.
Eating a whole... what else? I don't know. What else? Is it fast food?
Nope.
It's something you get at the grocery store and make it home.
Yeah.
A whole box of Hot Pockets.
No. Oh,
Or pizza rolls, not Hot Pockets.
Nope.
A whole dozen donuts.
No, but you're close. You're so close.
Is it dessert? A whole tub of ice cream.
Can I answer your question before you?
Sorry.
So what's the question you asked?
I don't remember.
You asked if it was dessert.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No to the ice cream.
Cookies of some kind?
Nope.
A whole cake.
There we go. 15% of people hate to admit it, but they've eaten a whole cake at least once in their life.
Wow. That is nothing to be ashamed of. You go, girl. That's amazing. And I feel bad because you probably had a stomach ache after that.
Yeah. I've eaten a whole ice cream cake. Now, it didn't say in one sitting, but I've eaten a whole ice cream cake throughout like a day and a half. I've eaten a whole cookie cake in about a day.
Cookie cakes are small.
And that's why I wear husky size clothing. Okay, that's it for today, friends. We'll see you back tomorrow. We announce who won the PlayStation 5. I cannot wait. Let's go.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.